Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hawkeye Bass, and today we're going to be doing a reel unboxing and we're going to put it to the test today. It's super windy out, so it should be a good test for this reel. This is something I've wanted to do for a while. I've got a lot of questions about this, if I have ever tried one of these. So I finally made the leap and bought a DMK Altima. This is a $14 Chinese reel. I got it on eBay. I think it's usually around 20 bucks, but I got it on eBay for a steal for $14. So let's dive into this. The box got a little beat up in the shipping from China that took about a month, but let's open this up. You guys will be the first ones to see this. You'll see it before I do. I'm gonna open it. Whoa, we lost a little card there. Nice little greeting in Chinese. I'm not really sure what that means. And then they got some information on the back here. This is from dmkfishing.com, blah blah blah, China, all that stuff. So let's get into what we really want. Of course, we got your little reel diagrams on there. That is in English, I think. Oh wow, it is. So there we go. I see it. And there we go. There is the DMK Altima. Take this little, some sort of little plastic bag on there off. Check that out, guys. I don't think it gets much better than that. We got some Chinese writing on this side. Don't really know what that says, but overall it looks kind of cool. There's I see it's a 9+1 bearing on here. See the little free spool action on there. Not bad. Not bad. Let's get into a little bit of the stats here on the back of the box if I can get it. This is a 6:3:1 gear ratio, so kind of good for, you know, almost anything. The reel weight is 210 grams. The drag power is 4.5 kilograms, and it has, like I said, a whopping 10 ball bearings. Other than that, nothing else came with this reel. So let's give you a little bit of a closer up look at this bad boy, and then we're going to take it out in the water and give it a shot, see if it can catch fish and if it holds together, and we'll see how many backlashes I'm going to get, which I'm not too excited about. So we're going to strap this with some extra line that I have, probably some monofilament line, but let's go take an extra look at this bad boy, then we'll get on the water. We're out here with the Altima. We're going to take the first cast with it. Excuse the wind noise and the lawnmower noise. It's just, this is not a very good place for good audio for the video. So I have not cast this yet. We got this spooled up with some monofilament, 12-pound monofilament. It's kind of just what I had for extra line. We're testing this bad boy out. We got it paired just with a 7-foot medium action rod right now. We're throwing some Cincos. There's the first cast. Ooh, yeah, a little flip out there. We're pretty good. I'll see if we can get some bass. No way. Oh God, we just missed one. All right guys, so still nothing. I worked this kind of whole shoreline, not even seeing really any bass here, and the bite has been kind of slow here the last couple times I've been here, but I'm gonna take this and give it a little more of a rip. I'm gonna tighten this tensioner down here a little bit and give it a good rip. Oh boy. Okay. Look at that, no backlash. So, I don't know guys, so far, I mean, unless you really care about centrifugal brakes, I mean, this is definitely not the reel for you. We'll get, like I said, we'll get in that later, but so far my impressions are, you know, for a, you know, $13, $14 reel, whatever I paid for it, I mean, I don't know. I gotta catch fish and then I'll really determine if I think this is even remotely worth wasting $13 on, but so far it's casting, you know, I wouldn't say good, but it's not casting bad. There's one. Oh yeah. Huge fish on the Altima. Hey, it catches fish though. We're gonna, I think, ditch this pond, get away from all this freaking noise, and go try to catch some actually decent bass in the Altima. See if it can hold up to the test. There's a fish, guys. Nice fish on the Altima. Okay, not, he was foul hooked there for a second. Decent fish though. Probably a pound and a half. Had to switch ponds. There's just too much going on there, pond, guys. The wind noise is bad enough, but like, there's like 15 mowers going around. There's a 14-inch fish. All right, guys. Here's a bigger fish. Here's that 3-pounder we wanted. Maybe he's about 2. There we go. Okay, we had some problems with the drag system there a little bit. Didn't want to reel this guy in. I don't know if I've adjusted wrong or what the deal is, but There's a 2-pound fish though, probably 1 3/4, 2 pound. So it held up fairly well for that guy there. Get him back in the water. It's still casting, you know, relatively good. I just got a little backlash there. I'm casting into, I'm kind of out of the wind down here. It's probably 10-mile-an-hour wind here. It's like a 40-mile-an-hour wind at the other side of the pond because I'm kind of out of the wind here. But so far, it does not like going in the wind. Like I said, guys, the drag system, like, okay, so I have it all the way on right now, so nothing's really pulling. And then if you just go, watch, I'll just adjust it just a little bit, then you can pull it all the way. So it's either really like on or off pretty much. There's kind of a middle right there, but so you pretty much have 3 drag settings: completely on, halfway, and completely off. There's another fish, guys. So there, yeah, the drag's pretty much just, you pulled a little bit of drag there. It's a decent fish. Get up here, buddy. Hell yeah, that's the biggest fish today. This is probably pushing 3. There's a good fish. Actually, let's go weigh him. We'll weigh him for giggles. I'm saying he is 2.8. All right, he is 2.6. All right, so a little smaller than I thought. So a 2.5-pound bass. We will take that though. Another fish, guys. Jeez. Another 2-3 pounder. Woo, get up here. Another good pond bass. Got right in the lower lip. Yeah. We will take that. Once again, the old Altima's holding up to 2 or 3 pounders. All right, guys, so we're done with the sinker. We're gonna go to a little heavier bait. We're gonna throw a 1/2 ounce KVD lipless crank. See if I can spit that out there. We're gonna throw that, throw a little heavier application, see how it does with that. We caught, what, 3 fish on this, so it held up fair. But we're gonna switch something a little bit heavier. I don't plan on being here too long, so I just want to kind of cover some bases. We've covered pretty much the lightest thing you're gonna throw on a Baitcaster, or the lightest thing you want to throw on a Baitcaster, really. Then we're gonna go to something a little heavier. Here's gonna be the first cast with the KVD lipless crank here, the crawdad color. So the wind might get bad when I turn around, guys, so just bear with me. You got to listen to what this sounds like when I cast this. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got the tensioner adjusted pretty tight. Well, no backlash there. It sounds like hell, but no backlash. And a snag. Oh. Alright, guys, so I got it out, luckily. I'm not going to cast there again, but let's give this another whip. Look at that, not even thumbing the spool. Didn't backlash, not bad. And there's a fish. I didn't know if that was a fish at first. Thought it was another snag. You just kind of, line just kind of stopped. All right, that's enough. On the crankbait, and there he goes. Give this another wing out there. Does not sound good, but you know what? It doesn't cast that bad. All right, guys, so about 20 casts later with this thing, it's still, you know, still doing pretty good. You can see I whipped it about as hard as I could there. And it casted fine. Right when I turn the camera off, as always. Another little guy, right up by shore too.
Alright guys, so we just got back. It got horrendously windy, so I kind of had to get out of there. I couldn't even make a cast anymore. But after a day of using the DMX Altima here, a couple hours spent casting it, you know, it's definitely what you get, what you pay for. You know, it's 14 bucks. I'm not gonna complain about it. It casted actually pretty decent, but you had to have the reel tensioner, you know, all the way up because the centrifugal brakes are just non-existent basically. If you move any of these up, like that's what you usually, like that's what I do on my Shimano's, you move those up, and that's kind of your braking system. Whenever you move anything up, it locks the whole reel up. So I'll show you just an example here. So let's say we want to put some of those brakes on. Let's put just 2 of them up. And then you put the side back on, if you can even get it back on here. There. And look at the reel is like locks up. So I definitely can't say that I recommend this reel. I mean, if you want to spend, if you can find one for 13 bucks, you want to mess around with it. It'd be a good reel if you were, going around pond hopping, throwing this thing around the back of a truck or something, and you just needed something to catch, 2-3 pound fish. But I would not trust this with any big fish. Like, I'm probably not going to use it again. But it was kind of fun to test it out and finally get to know what these things, how they perform. And, it's still locked up now. So I don't know. But it was fun to test this out. I hope you guys got a little bit of information about these things. But I definitely don't see these replacing my Shimano's any day soon. But you get what you pay for. It was pretty fun to test this out. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Like this video, and we will see you guys next time on the water doing fishing with some real reels, not the DMX. But it was fun.
Alright, this is getting ridiculous. It's so windy. Just check the weather. There's gusts of 48 miles an hour in Ames, so it's time to go. Ouch. Oh no. Alright, it's time to get the hell out of here.